Alright, welcome back everybody to Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition, Malta by Night. We are currently in episode 8, which I am going to be calling it Old Conscripts. And you're gonna see why. So, before we jump into character introduction like we usually do, we're just gonna summarize a bit what happened throughout the sessions. Starting with the fact that Athena has her sire around, and he is known as Sebastian around here, but is going by that as an alias name, not his real name, which in her books it translates to he has no ties while he is here. He's pretty much acting very Sabat-like. The group unfortunately has not yet seen the side of Sebastian, but maybe things will change as we go forward. Last planned was that they were going to trap him and get rid of him. Unfortunately, things escalated for the group as the group ended up having a bit of a conflict with their Baron. Specifically, Luke's character Frank and Ethan's character Miles got in the crosshairs, and they were both severely punished, with Frank having 50% of any income he makes directed to the Baron, however he sees fit, and Miles had to get rid of his ghoul. Unfortunately for him, this happened, but not to his own, not by his own hand anyways. The group that is supposedly under contract with the Camarilla on the island are not supposed to harm any of the kindred. But it seems things have turned. In the midst of it all, there also seems to be a new formula running around that makes vampires able to walk in daylight. However, given the wrong mixture dose, so to speak, they might be exposed to sunlight for a period of time and then explode into crystals, which it seems to be profitable for some people. It's a big mess on the island right now. A lot going on, with very little to go by so far, and therefore the group moves forward with their newest kindred, amongst them Tatiana, who came all the way from Russia to escape her past. Unfortunately, her past has chased her here, and to her surprise, it seems that her sire, was it your sire? Just correct me if I'm wrong. Was it? Yeah. Okay.
Mikhail, my sir.
Mikhail, right.
He was supposed to be dead.
Yeah, and she found out from a werewolf hunting her that apparently he's still alive, or so they say. A lot of questions for Tatiana. And the last we heard of Athena, she is now in the quarters of the Baron, down in St. Julian's. Sebastian reaches out to Frank, says, I need your help to get Athena away from your Baron to be able to bring her back and fulfill your contract. Unfortunately, this is the moment where we see the true colors of Sebastian as he pulls out a gun known as the Dragon's Breath on Frank and on Tatiana during a confrontational night. He walks away, harming no one thanks to Frank's ability to manipulate him to calm down and see things his way. In the midst of it all, Mike is still plotting, and we find out that Miles and Mumbles have a common ally, shall we say, from the Camarilla side, looking into this for them. They shake off hands, make friends, and know that at least things seem to be untangling slowly. Guys, a quick round introducing your characters. Miles?
Good evening. I'm Meaton. I'll be taking the role of Miles Coterie, the Tremere private investigator. Currently going through a little bit of stuff. Ghoul dead, and have the inheritance for now. Lots of stuff, but hoping to see some light in the future.
Hello everyone, it's Luca Caruana portraying Frank Bugeya. Very private investigator. A little bit older than Miles, a little bit more grizzled. And I got to put someone in his place last session for a small amount of time. So yay.
Hi everyone, it's B Vella, or you'd know me as B, playing Athena Vella. Not her actual last name, but she's using that one to keep herself a bit hush-hush. And it's been a while since I got to join a session. Unfortunately, life is what it is. And apparently she's in trouble. Yes, so I'm looking forward to seeing what fate has in store for my favorite little vampire this round.
Hey everybody, you guys can call me Ginger, and I will be playing Mumbles the Gangrel.
Quite short, okay. So my name is Milena, and my character's name, who is a refugee from Russia, is Tatiana. She's a gun girl as well, and she's running from her past, from the moment that she were so close to be killed. Now she's trying to find a new kind of family of law for herself in Malta, but her past is about to cut her.
And I'm Don Chap, your DM or storyteller, as it's known in Vampire the Masquerade, directing Malta by Night. So, Miles and Mumbles, Frank and Tatiana all meet in the corridor heading to the Barrons' room. They both come out from separate lifts and find each other, quite surprisingly, in a timely manner. Coincidence? I don't know. I'll leave the RP to you guys.
You guys here for Athena as well?
We're
We
more
need to ask some questions.
tired.
Right,
How
this
was your
doesn't
trip
work if the
anyway?
both of you speak at the same time.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Okay, Frank.
Go for it, Tatiana. What you were gonna say, Tatiana? I'll start with you.
What happened with you two? Are you okay? How was your trip? 'Cause some shit is going on here, and
We're fine. But
So far.
oh, just fine.
we found out some interesting little things about the current sheriff, and we made a new friend, didn't we, Mouse?
We did. Someone who might be able to give us more light into the matter.
Seems to be on the same side as us, for now.
Yeah. How about you two?
Oh, we found
Most
quite a
of-
big, interesting thing. You can call it a werewolf, which is weird, but it all doesn't matter because for some fucking reason I don't understand why. But my sire, who was supposed to be dead a few years ago in Crimea, is actually apparently alive, and he's here, and he's rolling some kind of shit project with crystals and everything, which I don't give a shit about. But I don't know what's going on and why he's all behind all of this. I really need to find him and to ask some questions.
It was a long, long night. We did find an old friend who gave us some answers. And we also
Right.
had a question. Or he
So
found us.
explain to me the fact you've encountered a werewolf and you are in one piece. Like Mumble's expression is
yeah.
genuinely puzzled.
Well, basically, I became way stronger. Now no werewolf can actually catch me. I will show you later what I can do now. But most importantly, he wasn't interested in me. He was interested in finding my sire, and he was thinking that I knew something about it, but I was even less aware than him. So he was laughing this piece of shit on me, of course. And then he ran away. He didn't really give a shit about any other vampire. So that's how it happened.
Right.
Okay.
That's not concerning at
So
all.
No.
everything is concerning about all this situation and everything that's going on. My such a headache. So, what about you? Who is this new friend? Kindred, human, werewolf, something else?
Camarilla,
Or you-
supposedly. He's investigating the
Mark.
current activities of the sheriff, and like us, he is not amused. We've had a chat, exchanged information, and it seems like involving the prince might not be such a bad idea after all.
Yes, since he has technically the contract, and since he made a contract with the Inquisition around these parts. The ones who shot.
so let's cut the crap. What we are going to tell to the Baron, or maybe what we're gonna ask him.
Well, first of all, we're going to see what the Baron
Make it-
called us. Did the Baron call you?
Not really, but we still want to make some with it.
Apparently, he's got Athena here. I would assume not voluntarily.
He's capturing her here. That's what you think?
He called me to come here and calm her down. I really don't know what's going on, but if we walk through those doors, we will.
Well, shall we?
We
So
should.
everything is quiet done, like there's no guards running around, etc. Because we came here because of Sebastian.
You see that it is quiet, rather quiet, and as you kind of, while everyone's talking and catching up, your eyes drift down the hall and you notice that the two guys who usually protect the Baron's quarters, room, and suite, whatever you want to call it, are on the floor, motionless.
I'd like to come
Alright.
close and check their pulse if they are alive or, just
They're both
out of conscious.
they're both dead, and you actually see an exit wound on both their backs by clearly made at a close range shotgun.
Okay.
Okay. I look at everyone. I'm gonna pull
So
out
Sebastian came to us and now he's going for the Baron. But we are four and you are so very, very big guy, so we can take him. Who knows?
I
Or
pull out
not.
my pistol and my switchblade, and I'll look at Mumbles, just in case. Let's get your your claws out, maybe.
He just kind of gives him a look that seems to say, "No shit, Sherlock." And when you look down, she's already got them on.
Good.
So I will just make a hunger check.
And while she's doing that, can I use Auspex to see if can I hear any sound coming from behind those two closed doors of the Baron's suite?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll do that too.
Heightened senses. So
5.
Mumbles got
7.
hungrier,
I
it seems.
think I'm on hunger too as well. Yeah.
I'm on hunger 4.
I've got a success of 3 for the wits awareness.
Okay. Let's see, Miles.
I got 5 successes.
Alright, so Miles, you can clearly hear there's commotion going on inside the room. Frank,
Okay.
you make out something's happening in there, but you're not quite sure what's going on.
All right, I look at Tatiana and Mumbles. You can go first. We follow.
Yeah, Mumbles will flank Miles.
And I'll say we'll go with this tactic. Miles will sort of go to the door, and he'll do like a standard. He'll get his hand on the door. He'll look at Mumbles, and he'll open it for you guys and let you go in first.
The scene is as follows as you open the door. You see your sire... Sorry, you see your... My god. Words.
Baron?
You see,
Our
your,
Baron.
you see the Baron on the floor. He has a stake that just missed his heart barely and is trying to slowly take it out in pain. It seems like it might have hit his heart just a bit, but not completely to petrify him. In the meantime, you also see Sebastian and Athena circling the room. Sebastian has the dragon breath gun pointed out at Athena, and Athena's being hysterical right now at Sebastian. What's going on, Athena?
So, she's freaking out. But she's also pulling some past crap out at him. So,
He's using the words along the lines of, you belong to me. Come with me. You don't belong here. You know? It's here with me or here dead is his words. Just going over and over. You see that his hand is not steady. It's shaking. Clearly, this is not what he wants.
do I still have my weapon?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I would imagine that she has it out in her hands, like unsheathed,
Yeah.
which is it's like an extendable, sort of small extendable blade, sort of like one of those batons, but it's a blade. So she's holding it out, held to her side, ready to slash if needed. I don't belong to you. I've never belonged to you. I don't know why you ever thought that turning me into a vampire against my will would make you think that I belong to you.
You forget
didn't
that I
even-
saved you, Athena. You
From
belong
what?
to me. I saved
I-
you from your pathetic life. And-
Pathetic.
Yes. And now
The
look
only-
at you.
The only pathetic thing I see around here is you.
This is the moment that the door opens with Miles and the rest of the group just barging in.
Athena sort of
This-
looks and immediately her eye catches Mumbles and goes, "Took you long enough."
You've done your job, detective, investigator. You can go. I've got this under control. She's mine. She's mine.
Not in a million
get there,
years.
boss.
She-
Mumbles is going to lean towards Miles and like just quickly whisper like, keep him distracted. I'll try and see if I can get him from the back.
He will nod and he will say, "Hey, down. Put your weapon down. 5 against 1."
I'm taking her, or she dies. She is mine. Mine, I say.
So Mumbles' plan is to try and see, like, as his attention like is totally on either Athena or Miles, that she's gonna try and see if she can slip from his view and do basically like a sneak / back attack.
All right. You're gonna have to roll for that, of course.
Mhm.
So let's.
That you get a bonus because I'm trying to basically interrupt him. Like, do they want to take a risk on that?
He's very highly cautious around the room at this point, while the gun is
Yeah.
facing Athena and clearly ready to just squeeze the trigger, his eyes is shifting along the rooms, make sure no one does anything. Well,
Right, okay. So, like,
so
if his eye keeps darting around, if the distraction's not working, then that's not going to
let's
happen.
go with dexterity and stealth.
Stealth, yeah.
With the difficulty of 5.
Yeah, I mean, like, if she sees, like, that he just keeps darting his eyes around, like, she's not gonna try and
No?
attempt it because she's also
Alright.
not invisible.
So you take back your action. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Frank?
Sebastian, I fulfilled my part of the bargain. Here she is.
Then tell your posse to back down.
Well, I would, but they're very obstinate, you see, so...
We're also not
I'm not
his
fucking
posse,
around, Frank.
just for
No,
the
you're
record.
not fucking around.
Athena, darling.
So, you know, from our plan from the very beginning was just to kill you. So I just don't understand why they're still sticking to you. Maybe you can just surrender and you'll die quickly. I don't know.
Oh, you still think I'm playing around? You had a plan to kill me. Double cross me, did you? Points down at the Baron and takes a shot. The Baron lies there motionless.
I'm gonna shoot the. I'm shooting the gun off. I'm trying to shoot the gun. Basically, let the gun fly after he took that shot.
Okay.
First of all, I'm gonna blood surge on dexterity, right? I imagine.
Yep.
I'm blood surging dexterity first.
Dexterity and firearms.
Hunger goat went up. So
That's not good. Wait, that's
How much is your hunger?
Is it 5?
I'm on the maximum potential.
5, you'll kill
But I'm-
babies in Rome. Like,
I'm going for a shot to get Athena to get that gun out of before anyone gets problem. One success only.
As you surge your last bit of humanity left in you, the blood goes wild in your head. You smell even the corpses outside the room, as immediately when you didn't even realize at first that the smell was there, you take a shot as you turn back and you just go. After taking the shot, you turn back, this wild shaped, disfigurative beast on you, as you go onto the 2 corpses and start to feed. Messy.
Maniacally.
Yeah, maniacally, you create a mess out there, and you're just completely,
Yeah, I'm out of it.
yeah. Which,
Right.
the shot startles Sebastian, and it's like, is that how it's going to be? One of you is next.
So, when Miles fires his gun, like, even if he's not that far away, like, my intention is to blink so that I'm at his back. So instead of just being sneaky, just use her speed to just end up behind him and stab him before he can do something about it.
Alright.
I'll activate my feral talons.
Oh,
Feral
look at
weapon.
those.
No,
Yeah, so we
that's-
both need to do a roast check. I don't get hungrier this time.
Sorry, guys.
Tatiana?
Terrible roll.
So a rouse check as well to
Alright, both of you succeeded.
activate my feral weapon and then attack. Should I roll for attack?
You need to rouse check. That's okay. You did it. Success.
Yeah.
Mumble success. And all right. So you both go on to him. Right. Can we have a from Mumble specifically? It has to be a dexterity and a. Let's go for brawl. Yeah.
Why
you're-
dexterity? Because I always
You're-
roll with strength with the feral weapons.
Oh, right. So you just blinked as your ability, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So
okay.
she blinks
So, yeah.
behind him. That's the discipline. So Tatiana
Got you.
engages him from the front, and Mumbles like is trying to backstab him.
Right. So strength
after.
and brawl, right?
Hmm?
And Tatiana, you can roll the same.
Mm-hmm. +1 to brawl because my specialty is kindred.
Do I get maybe something extra because I'm stabbing him in the back?
You get it. I
Maybe
will
extra die.
and allow an extra die. Yeah.
Cool.
I was about to say that.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is set
Same
at
question.
3.
4 successes.
Nice mumbles. Tatiana?
Oh.
You alright?
Apparently my friends could hear you before, so...
So, brawl and strength. You need to roll with a difficulty of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So,
That's
yeah,
rough.
I've rolled.
You can roll. You can,
You
always
can
roll
use
up.
willpower if you like to re-roll 3.
To roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, because you're on a
How much
best
am I
kill right
rolling?
now.
You can roll all the black dice that has not achieved it, so that's 4 dice there.
Up
You
to
can
three.
only up to 3 only.
Oh, sorry.
So 3 D10, right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
but you only need to.
So
Okay, so
fail,
you
fail,
get
and
3.
success. So
Yeah.
you succeeded. Right. So, Tatiana, you take front, Mumbles takes back, and you both attack him. And straight off the bat, he lets loose a fire in the air as you take him down.
That was quick.
Sorry.
So Mumbles immediately, like she's not at the front, but she'll like shout to Tatiana, like disarm him.
So yes, I will pick up his weapon very quickly and, well, keep it to myself.
Because he's still holding it. He just.
Alright. Yep,
Don't
Athena?
take it.
So, the Baron's dead, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a flaming corpse, I imagine. Sorry.
Yeah, at this point, he's just ash in wherever he was.
Oh no, so sad.
Is the stake still there?
Yes.
Okay. Athena runs for the stake, and I think for this. Let me get my. Where is it? I think for this, actually, I can use. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I can use rapid reflexes as my celerity. Celerity? Whatever.
Yeah, if you want to use that, sure. I believe there is a rouse check for that.
Not for rapid reflex.
No, it's free, but rapid reflexes you can use if you are being shot at. You don't have any cover, so that's not really.
Well, I would imagine that she's taking
More
the moment
like-
of the shot as a moment to kind of dodge away. So I think that would make sense to the narrative
Yeah,
here.
that makes sense. Yeah.
All right, so
I don't need a rouse check.
Yeah,
No.
it's free.
it's free. So you go over, grab the stake, and quickly make your way, and you stab Sebastian into the heart. Tatiana
so I did-
takes the gun with ease out of his hand at this point.
What kind of gun is it?
It's the dragon breath gun.
Ah, yes, this is the one. Oh, perfect. Good one.
Pistol.
So this guy still has to take some stun bath, or we're just gonna leave him like this. And pointing at Sebastian.
We can use him as evidence.
Miles, you can strike 2 hunger from your thing, as clearly cold blood is not what satisfies you, but something had to do.
I have iron gullet, so I eat blood
has
bags.
no taste,
It's
man.
cold.
Ah, fair enough. Well, I mean dead blood, I guess.
Yeah. That's fair. So I'm gonna. Oh, like. Stands up, sees the situation. Oh, I'm so sorry, gents. Fuck.
Athena just takes a cloth handkerchief out of her pocket and just hands it to him. Like,
Thanks. I'll just wipe this off quickly. So sorry. Hope that shot distracted them enough for you guys.
So the
It
Baron
seems to
is
have.
dead.
Oh, great.
What a shame. Can't really ask a pile of ashes any questions, can we?
Hmm.
Not better than not alive.
I don't think I've been so glad to see you.
Okay.
What's a little bit more trauma in the life of a vampire?
But now the question is, where do we go from here? I would assume that is Laura, I believe her name was, would want to know. They were working together after all. Maybe she can answer some of your questions.
Wherever she
We can
is.
try, we can try.
And now St. Julian is
So-
Baronless.
Not for long, I'd imagine. I'm sure the Anarchs have an idea.
Yeah, so Mumbles will walk over to Athena and kind of do like a left-right check, see if there's not any, visible harm.
I'm
And she-
fine, darling. He wasn't going to shoot anyway.
I don't think. And she kind of looks. Well, I would assume that if she would like, he's got the stake in his heart. She kind of looks and says, he had that look in his eyes, all or nothing.
That's the look he always had, even as a human. Bastard.
So what was this? What was this angle? Was he working together with somebody? I don't get it.
We were engaged. Before he turned me.
Right, that's fascinating, but what I mean is, how did he know you were here?
I don't know.
And what was that about a deal, Frank?
He
Yes,
did
that-
not fulfill the deal. Well, I fulfilled the deal because I'm Frank, but he did not get to pay me. He wanted to get to Athena, came to my domain, well, my sire's domain. I told him I'm his friend, so he doesn't kill me with his fire rounds. But there was no money, so for all it's worth, he owes me a boom, but of course, that's minor. The Baron is down. I'll make sure my finances are in order, and then we can settle the rest. So, what we know. This guy is in league with Mark, who's in league with Michael,
Do we?
who's her sire.
What's the link? Because I don't understand.
I don't understand either. All I know, he's alive. He's in different names and he's in control of this stupid project. And I really need to find questions. And actually, I'm still not 100% sure he's alive. It doesn't make any sense.
You mentioned the Crystal Project, right?
Yes.
Crystal project.
Hold on.
So apparently
You know-
her sire is behind all this.
Hold up. You said Michael?
Mikhail.
Mikhail.
Mikhail, apparently Michael is also his name. And to be honest, I never knew that he's actually know English and has some connections here because he was kind of looking like a simple guy, but apparently that was just an image. Which even
alright.
scares me more.
Okay. alright.
Clearly, Miles has something to say.
No. Okay. I don't know if this will be it's the same connection. But I met a Michael connected to this entire stuff. A Michael, but not a Mikhail in Russian. I
Does he
was on.
speak Russian accent or no?
Don, do I remember him? I don't think he's Russian accent, the Michael Sherbaras that I know of.
No, his local.
You're mute.
You're muted.
Yeah, you muted.
No, he's local and he's not Russian. So
He's local, as far as I know.
yeah.
All right. There was this local guy at Mount Carmel. I had a case I was working on. This was during the whole. Baron wasn't trusting me much with my ghoul. Someone called me, a nurse at Mount Carmel, in regards to the missing doctor.
Oh, you mean the
Remember-
Malkavian?
Yeah, the Malkavian guy. The doctor who disappeared from, who's now left the entire Pieta area up for grabs.
Wait, no. That's not him.
I
That's
forget
Dr. Emmanuel.
That's Emmanuel.
Yes,
The
he's
Michael-
not a Malkavian.
Michael is a patient, or at least a patient I met, who was experimented on the sunlight experiment. There's one where the sunlight.
Miles, listen. The Michael you met is a Malkavian. The guy in Pieta is a La Sombra.
I was told he was a Malkavian.
Fair enough. This Michael is her sire. Well, he can't be a Malkavian if he's a gangrel.
Unless
He was
Again.
lying, but that's unlikely. And
You get
So-
kidnapped by your crazy ex and you miss a few things.
So, Tatiana, your sire is working with these two others, with this sunlight project.
Do I look like I know? Because just a few hours ago, the werewolves caught me and told me that. And
I'm sorry, did you say werewolf?
Yeah, we'll cover
oh
it.
yes, it doesn't matter. He's not interested in kindred. Well, not in all kindred, just my sire. So relax. He's kind of not dangerous. Well,
I don't think relax is in
he
my
is
dictionary at this point.
dangerous, but you were lucky to escape, so count your blessings.
so would the other kindred, Norman? Maybe you've heard of him. Kind of
Yes.
ugly, Masquerade.
Yes.
Told me that my sire, Michael, he's responsible for this crystal project about protecting kindred, protecting it from the sun. And he's staying up behind all of this. But I really don't have any idea where to try to find him. I mean,
Right.
I know how he looks like. I know what he was, how he acted before in his previous life, but it feels like it's a different person now. So I wish I could
Could you-
tell you something about this, but
Could you describe me your sire? What it looked like?
Don, can you describe my style, or should I describe it? Okay, so he has a very light brown hair, lighter than mine, so very close to you, something yellow, and green eyes, very full, white skin. He's kind of very tall and very slim, and he looks like there is a fire in his eyes. Everything that he has something in his mind all the time, and he doesn't really into some fine clothes, like t-shirts and jeans. So now I'm kind of trying to imagine he's the other personality that might be so different, maybe in some kind of costume or shit like this that he never liked before. It's just my imagination.
Don
But
doesn't match.
basically that's it.
Yeah, all right. Don doesn't match. One bit. All right.
Well,
Doesn't match the person, but
if he's
But if you
leading-
will match a very tall kindred, you should say that he's 2 meters and something, 15, so you'll definitely be able to recognize him.
all right. Go ahead, Mumbles.
Especially in comparison with Maltese people who are a bit smaller.
Well, if he's got his project here, he's got people he needs to command. So if we find who's in charge of the project, we may find your sire.
Yeah, well, it sounds like the only one plan we have, so
My
let's do
question
this.
now is, What are we doing with him? She motions to the staked Sebastian.
Like
Oh,
I said, we keep
this
him.
dead body?
We have enough ash on our hands.
What do you want, Athena? This is yours. Well, your maker.
You mean about Michael? First of all, I want to talk with him very, very long.
No, we're talking about Sebastian.
Yeah, we're talking about Sebastian. Yeah. I'm
I
asking
don't give a
Athena.
shit about this dead body.
Ask
So
Athena,
do
like,
what you want.
what do you want to do with your maker, Athena?
Well, my first instincts tell me to grab that gun and shoot him in the head like he deserves. However, I know we have to be smart about this, especially since the Baron is dead. We don't want this to look bad on us.
And if Frank knows of some connection between him and the
Yes,
sheriff.
that does seem rather interesting, Frank.
Hey, I'm only telling you what Norman told us, and things
Who's
start.
Norman? Someone
You
has
don't want to know Norman. He's very ugly. You'll dream bad dreams about him. I mean, you can know him, but you know, I don't know. You guys, storytellers. He's an Nosferatu. He's a
Lovely.
a somewhat of an ally of ours.
Okay.
So we need
Someone-
somebody to interrogate him.
Someone needs to catch me up on everything I've missed, because this is insane. Suddenly there's another sire, and what's the Crystal Project?
So, the Crystal Project, one of the barons around in Pieta basically was experimenting on the idea of basically giving some sort of experiment on the kindred, where they are protected by sunlight. So if sunlight hits them, they will be fine, and afterwards the skin sort of peels away and it turns into crystals. That's as far as I've gotten based on what we have learned. Yeah,
Lot of work for a tan.
yeah. Well, the thing is, though, the Inquisition is interested in that because crystals, well, crystals, a lot of money.
Yes, I'm aware.
So that's that, and I learned a little bit about it because I had a case that I was called in, and that got sidetracked heavily by, well, all this. So that's that experimentation. We have Mark, the guy who tried to get you to the Camarilla. Right? Is it Mark? Yeah, Mark.
Yes.
Well, now he's enemy number one of the Camarilla also.
Well, not necessarily. He's being looked into because they are suspicious of his extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
While this is going on, I'm just gonna investigate Sebastian like the investigator that I am and see if he has any evidence that we can use. I don't know. Phones, contacts,
So we have.
coded notebooks, I don't know.
So we have.
Maybe some bracelet with intricate 12th century symbols, I don't know. What do I find on?
So, what you find on him is a pager phone, a BlackBerry. You also find a case, a pocket case of extra bullets for the gun, the Dragon Breath. And he also has his passport on him, along with a one-way ticket out of Malta back to the US.
One-way ticket for one person, so he basically really wanted to take Athena with him. It doesn't make sense if it's just one ticket.
That's what you find.
So,
Alright.
so we have that, the experimentation of the Sunlight Project. We have Mark and his shenanigans causing chaos around the island at this point.
He's also connected as well, remember, through the Baron, or the former Baron
Yes.
of Pieta.
And that also, so he's... I just think Mark is connected to all of these things, and he's the one causing all these problems at this point, so...
Well,
Base.
he's certainly part of it.
Yeah. Or at least putting something. So we have that. Then we had Sebastian, which now we've dealt with. What else did you miss? Oh yeah,
Oh.
the Inquisition.
He tried to set us up for murder as well. It's kind of sad.
He shows some pictures of like some of the murder scene in the office. Yeah, this happened. It's basically imagine if someone tried to basically fake a murder by a vampire. Like a literal, not kindred, a vampire. It's terrible.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah, a little bit of blood everywhere. Like the bites are like not equal. Like they're off. Like it's like they had like some nostrils instead of bite, not miles. Yeah. Terrible word.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that you're working with the Camarilla.
Well, not.
Well, it's tentative for now.
Sure. So
We'll
you're
discuss.
tentatively working with the Camarilla.
Well, at least
Tatiana?
one of them.
Right.
We are
Tatiana's-
keeping channels. Let's put it that way.
Sure, Frank. I feel like I should point out that at this point, Athena is not trusting Frank 100% given of the
I'm not surprised
exchange.
and I'm not phased at all.
To be honest, nobody here trusts Frank 100%. There are reasons for it, right?
Fair.
Especially Mumbles.
Because you all owe me boons, that's why, my dear children.
Oh, after what you did with me,
Hold on.
I
Alright.
owe
When you
you
left me-
nothing.
Is
I
this
owe
happening
you
out of
nothing,
character or
okay?
in
you
character?
acted like a piece of, you know what?
I can't even tell anymore, to be honest.
Anyway,
Hmm.
back to the game. Continue on, Athena.
So what you're telling me is that you're tentatively working with the Camarilla. Tatiana's sire is here trying to
We don't know if he's here.
do some
cannot
strange
assert
thing so that vampires can either walk into the sunlight or become crystals?
Right, so if it works, they can walk in the sun. If it does not, they can walk in the sun for a bit and then explode, which is not ideal.
Oh,
Hmm.
lovely. And then we've got to deal with Gregory here. I mean Sebastian.
Former Gregory.
Right, so he's clearly not of sound mind. I do not feel like my ways of interrogating are going to do much use here. Seeing how erratic he was behaving.
Athena picks up the gun.
I think Tatiana has it.
Yeah, Tatiana
Oh.
has the gun.
Does
Yeah, no.
Tatiana
I
have the gun?
have the gun, and I would like, yes, I'd like to keep the bullets too. He's kind of nice. The gun.
I'd just like to make note that at this point, the sun did start to rise. You do see from the closed curtains that the hue has started to show. The sun is rising.
So, I suggest this, mostly because I desperately need it. I say we all get some rest. And then reconvene tonight. And figure out what the hell we're going to do. And someone can give me the proper details because I'm still confused.
No worries. How about we sleep here, maybe? Because sun's coming up. I don't think we'll have time to get back to our places. As a
Fair enough,
suggestion.
I'm sure. Fair enough. The Baron won't mind anyway. He's dead.
No, he's dead.
Do we
Long
know-
live the Baron.
Do we know if he's got such facilities in this building?
It's a
I
hotel,
don't.
right? It's a hotel, right, Don?
You're at
If
the
it's a
Intercontinental Hotel, yes.
Okay. I am basically well, it's taking the hotel, but let me see. Does he this is a suite, right? We're in a suite, right? So it's a very large place.
So at the
Does he-
very least, they have 2 beds, maybe 3, or 2 beds and the couch.
well, yeah.
So he's got a queen size bed where you stand at the moment, and there seems what you could notice is a door that takes you to another room adjacent. And if you do decide to venture in there, there's another 2 beds.
Let's just sleep in here for now. We'll use. I mean, only the mortals are the issue is the mortals. So
All right, so
let's
you all
just
head to beds, and we're just gonna cut on a quick break.
Awesome.
Okay.
And we are back. Can everyone please give me a rouse check as you have just woken up from slumber?
That's his domain,
Please, please, for the love of God.
I get hungrier.
right? Mm-hmm. Same.
Ah, goddamn,
Good.
no.
So do
We
I.
need to feed and feed properly.
The tolls of your current situations take a toll on you. The Baron now gone, and you're left without a captain to maintain your ship. It affects you so much that you've had sleepless nights, and clearly the beast awakens a bit taunting more than usual. As you regroup back into the room with Sebastian staked to make your next move. A lot of loose ends, clearly. One which seems to have fallen into your lap, thankfully, to enclose. I will leave the session to you guys.
So, shall we first get the detailed information we know to Athena about what had happened since she was gone, or do we deal with Sebastian first?
We deal with the feeding first.
Okay.
You of all people should know this, Mike.
I don't know about you guys, but I slept lovely. I suppose, knowing that he's dealt with. And she sort of gives a look towards Sebastian / Gregory. By the way, the name Gregory is okay, right? It hasn't been used by anything else.
Yes, the Baron.
No? Which Baron?
Yeah, our Baron.
No.
Gregory is our moot.
Gregory
Yeah.
is your Baron, yes.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
was,
okay.
was,
I'll-
now.
Was your Baron.
Well
Was.
done, now Miles.
I have
Like
to think of
names.
another name.
Yes.
Oh, no worries.
Is
All right.
Alistair okay? It seems like a very posh name.
Yes.
Very corridor. Very English.
By any chance, was his family name Crowley?
You know that's canonical, right, Tatiana?
Moving on, right?
Yeah.
So we have Alistair, aka
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
They
So, so you were with us since the whole Sebastian business, right? That was at least where we last saw you. So after that, so let's see how to remember this. So the Baron ordered me and Frank. Well, at least basically gave me and Frank a bit of a small minor punishment. Frank had to basically pay off some stuff, and I had to kill the ghoul. The ghoul is dead. Maria is
Sorry
dead.
about that.
Yeah.
Frank is nodding his head disapprovingly at Miles, but okay.
She was killed off by the Inquisition, who have gotten mad because Mark is causing a bunch of chaos.
May I interject?
Interject anytime. I'm confused. It's been a while, so
So, it turns out, how do I put this? We have reasonable reason to believe that Mark is in fact working with the Second Inquisition. A couple of nights back, they attacked me, which is odd, certainly, especially now knowing that from our new potential Camarilla ally, they attacked because we broke this peace contract first, which is, now that I'm thinking about it, also Mark's doing, since he likes, just like your sire, to pretend to be someone else.
Wait, this is the Mark that I met.
Yeah, the insufferable one.
Mm. Lovely.
They attacked you near my office when you were going to my office, right, Mumbles?
Yeah, you will see Mumbles just like looks at her phone for a moment and looks up to Ethan and says, "Sorry, what were you saying?"
No worries. I was just saying that they attacked you near my office, right? While you were on the way.
Who attacked us in your office?
No. While you're on the way to your office, they attacked you.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
I know at least a location of their hideout.
You mean the Second Inquisition?
Right. But yes, that piece of information came to us by this Camarilla fellow. I don't know. I mean, the name will not mean anything to you most likely, but he is called Matthew White and seems to be somewhat of an important enforcer, important enough that he was investigating the ties between us and Market. We made it
Damn.
very clear that we were not working together. And we
Would I?
exchanged some information.
Enforcer, you say?
Yeah.
That's a big word. He could be an Archon or
that.
something. Would I know of any enforcers?
Frank's place
Storyteller.
got up by the Inquisition. Due to again that peace treaty brokerage.
And
So we got-
sorry, can I get a definition of what you mean by enforcer? You're using the word.
Because she used enforcer, and
Right.
then I'm thinking,
Mumbles is she said enforcer. We don't necessarily know what his rank is.
yeah, I'm interested in his rank,
She
like,
just thinks. I think she just said enforcer because that's what
'cause
we
there's,
think
like,
he is.
Archons, Alesters, big shot
I
investigating
think
big
I'm-
shots. Would I know of anything if I roll?
So if you give me a intelligence and politics, difficulty of 4,
Me only, I imagine.
Frank is the one who's asking.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Okay.
can always. Anyone who has
But would he
politics
know
can.
Matthew White?
That's why. Or would I know of him?
Well, remember, Mouse, he seemed
So.
to know you. But you didn't recognize him. I think you hurt his
4.
feelings.
I got a 3, god damn it.
3.
On a 4.
I will try to
So
recall.
on a tree,
Never mind.
on a tree, I can give you something small. In relation to Matthew White specifically, you don't know anything. However, you are aware that Maltese Camarilla do outsource their...
Clearly.
They do outsource for any form of hitmen, investigators. They don't have anyone local to do this job. So when you hear that they have brought an enforcer, it means that they're onto something and they have outsourced to get something done. Now,
When you usually outsource,
sorry?
you are in a weak position because you are shown that you cannot handle your own affairs.
Well, the Camarilla here are weak, so you can carry on.
Matthew White. Do we have a description of the individual?
I don't remember exactly what he looked like. Don?
So he is around 5'9", 5'10", well built, clean shaven. From what you could tell from the night, short black hair.
I'll relay that.
Eyes, scars, any visually distinguishing features?
Nothing of the
clean
sort.
guy.
Yeah.
Pretty clean guy.
So very generic, Miles.
Very friendly. Let's just say that. Friend.
Civil.
Quite.
Mumbles just chuckles when Miles says friendly.
Yeah, he just nods at you.
You hear a knock on the door, and a female voice from behind sounds. Mrs. Amut, room service. May I come in, please? Or are you busy?
Athena
Ooh.
runs to the door and opens it just a crack to peek her head out.
You
Sorry,
see
darling.
this well-blazered woman, white shirt, blazer on. She has the badge of Intercontinental on her. She kind of looks at you and then tries to peer inside. It's like, is Gregory Samut here? Sorry.
We're having a bit of a very important meeting, darling. Could you come back later?
Of course. What time would he like his room service?
Just a second. She closes the door, turns around. Shit!
Who is it?
Room service.
Just tell her to go away.
Yeah, just let's they come tomorrow. What's the problem?
Will we have this place?
I will go to
Presentable.
the receptionist and I will use forgetful mind and I'll tell her to just mind her own business, take the night off. And I don't get hungry. So I can just, I can whitewash the Mona Lisa as far as I'm concerned. She's immortal, right?
Yes, she is.
So it's like...
So you approach the door and pretty much say what you just said. She's completely like, yes, a day off sounds lovely.
Excellent.
And starts walking down the corridor back to the lift. You notice, Frank, that she left a trolley with silverware. One of those...
I'll take it inside. Take it inside. I don't know. Probably there's blood. I don't know.
So
We'll investigate. So what do I find in the silverware?
So you do find there is this... when food is delivered in this kind of silver dome thing?
The
Yeah.
platter.
Yeah. So as you open that, you find a small tea candle box, and on top of it stands a nice veil of wine, it seems. And as you take a sniff, it hits you immediately that it's actually blood.
Of course. I mean... Yeah, I will take one sip. I mean... I'll take one hunger. Did the job, right? This part at least. Do I find any other
You've never
files?
tasted blood so exquisite like this before.
But I was never in the Barrons suite like this before, have I? And I take my time with it. Is it, do I detect anything untoward, like, I don't know, no resonance would work so well, but I don't know if you want to make a wits awareness check. If
As in
But
for
that's
the
up to
blood
you.
itself?
For fluff purposes, yeah.
If you could just take a moment and sip a bit more and just let it just go around your mouth. You
I guess
taste
so many, yeah.
you taste that healthy diet, fit, testosterone, so it's male. So yeah, you get
I
those.
pass some to it. No, but Athena is not hungry. But she wouldn't say no. As if
You have Miles
Please.
Zagreus there, like he's just eyeing the thing
Take me,
really
bro.
badly.
Take
Like,
me, bro.
I'm
Miles,
just-
sorry, Miles. Here you go. You've been on a very bad diet lately. I think this will do you good.
Bad diet. It's just been a bad, rough night.
Right.
I'll sip it.
So, who of you would be against calling Laura and let her know what happened, perhaps she can help. If we are to resolve these loose ends, we will need allies, to put it plainly.
I think you just read my mind.
One of us should contact them. I want to at least go
Mhm.
through and see what the Baron had on whatever records or files he had left over. See resources.
I will definitely want to see that too because I want my money secured, of course.
So,
Would I have
Especially we
her
have
contact?
no money. I
um,
will contact her. Come on.
Athena, you do not have her contacts. Miles, if you still have Mary's phone, you can have her contacts.
I do have her phone probably with me, yeah. But I also want to work with checking, with getting, but I also, if I have her phone.
Frank, the BlackBerry is password protected by a 6-digit number.
The Sebastian's phone.
I'm talking about Gregory.
Alistair?
That's where Mars comes in.
Okay.
He's good on technology. It's canon now.
Is it
So I do pass it
Alistair's
over to
phone or
Mars.
the Baron's?
Both.
What?
Why not?
Can't be
what?
both.
So
Can be
hold on,
both.
wait, let's get
We
this correct.
Can
Found
have
it.
both.
We found it on Sebastian.
Right.
Yeah.
So the BlackBerry of Sebastian has a code 6-digit number pass. In relation to your sire, his phone is on the table. It's an iPhone, and it is face recognition and fingerprint security.
The Baron has a BlackBerry.
No, it's an
I have
the
to
Baron
bid the-
has the iPhone.
I have to
Ah.
burst the bubble down, but fingerprints and vampires, unless you're using rouse checks, they don't work like that.
I know. I'm aware.
So
Alright, maybe they have a
everyone
ghoul or
who's
something.
trying to
Alright.
lock him who's using rouse check.
I think that's how they do it with finger digit stuff, or like using it instead of a stylus.
Anyway,
It's a Tremere after all. So well, it was.
So if Mumbles is like aware, if Frank tells us that it's password protected, does he mention that, or does that he keep that to himself?
I'll probably refer to Miles, but this has nothing to do with Laura because I can always contact Laura. So what are we doing first? Contacting Laura.
I'm asking you, like, whether if you investigate the phone, like if you call out that it's password protected, or you just keep that to yourself.
I'm still confused about whose phone is password protected.
Your sire's.
Your sire's.
Okay.
Probably
And
both.
it's a
Would you know the
6-digit code.
password?
Mm-hmm.
Your birthday or your anniversary or something.
I was going to suggest it actually.
I was-
That's because if he's that obsessed with her,
If
That's why
he's
I'm
that-
asking.
That would be okay.
do I need to roll?
Let's see.
So, give me a. Let's see.
Could be your the night you were turned. Could be many things.
Or the night that he asked you.
Or
to marry
name.
him.
Or her name.
Not in digits like
Dina-
maybe
Dina-
there's code.
Oh, digits.
Let's
digits.
go with technology and resolve.
Right. So if they are going to work on the phone, Mumbles is going to speak with Tatiana for a moment. And like she's kind of lowering her voice, like she's not whispering because that's stupid, but like she's like kind of lowering her voice. Oh yeah, go ahead first.
Sorry, storyteller. Any modifiers given that?
No, just a difficulty of 2.
That's modifier enough.
2 of 2.
Nice. All right. Oh, Jesus. Okay, that was close. Right. Something instinctively tells you that it must be the date of your engagement. As you press in the single digit of the day, the single digit of the month, and the 4 digits of the year, it automatically boop, boop, unlocks for you.
Well, Alistair, you always were a sentimental fool. I hand the phone back to. I hand it to Miles. Here you go.
All right. I'll go through it like it's a BlackBerry pager, so I don't think there's like numbers.
So
message.
I don't know if you've ever seen a BlackBerry, but it has a mini keyboards and
Okay,
A roller.
the roller.
yeah.
Yeah, in the middle it's
I know.
a little ball. My dad used to
Yeah.
have one.
I had like a Nokia. That was my first phone, though. So much older probably. So he'll go through like he'll just scan through it.
Okay.
Any phones, any messages, anything that's there, and we'll let the other two secretly, the two gang will secretly communicate what they want.
Well, it's not really secret, but she's just
Or,
basically
well, yeah.
going to ask. So she says to Tatiana, "Listen, I'm quite hungry, and I'm going to hunt. Do you want to join me? Maybe we can
Very
catch
much. I'm hungry too. So I really stopped myself from, having this small maid who came to us. She was pretty saucy, I guess.
Understandable."
So let's go and hunt.
Yeah, so Mumbles will just kind of announce, "We're going to feed.
Yeah,
We'll
no
be
worries.
back."
Take your time. Take your time.
Don't get any on your jacket.
What?
Don't get any on your jacket.
She's not actually wearing a jacket. And you see, that's a good point. So just for that you understand, like I'm wearing a jacket because it's a bit cold, right?
Yeah,
But
fine.
so Mamos is not wearing her jacket, and you see that basically she's just like wearing like just a short sleeve T-shirt that's got like some print on it. And it doesn't really matter, like a bit worn, but her arms are all covered in what seem to be multiple sources of injuries done over time. Some were healed quite old. Some of them still look like they are as fresh as they were done yesterday. So,
Careful not to breach the Masquerade then.
right, because nobody has scars. Don't you know, Frank, that chicks dig scars? And she kind of
I don't know
says
what
that
they
and
think.
walks past. Well, definitely
I
not
like
you.
mine without scars.
I will definitely confirm that chicks dig scars, yes.
You hear like a chuckle as Mumbles goes through the door.
Whatever keeps you afloat. So, Miles, tell us all about this White Knight, this Matthew White, or whatever the fuck his name is.
As he's going to the BlackBerry, he says he's a Camarilla man. He's only
What clan?
I don't know. I haven't
You
checked.
don't know, you haven't checked. Ostia.
Mate. Do you immediately know a kindred's clan just from look? We only had a brief.
I don't know, you're the investigator, I'm the investigator,
Right.
we should think alike.
Frank, shut up. So basically, Matthew White, all I know is he was, as far as I can confirm this, recruited or at least hired by the prince or the council. Not the council.
Mhm.
The council. I forget the. As a player.
Council of Primogen, yes, possibly.
Primogen, yeah. Council of Primogen or the prince, to look into Mark, basically make sure to see if he is in control, something like that. And based on the we did some sharing of knowledge, and he's on the camp that Mark is definitely. I mean, by this point, Mark is a masquerade, and it's probably broken some other under the camera. And I say by masquerade breacher because of
nothing
what
you didn't know, but yes, of course.
Yeah.
And not surprising in the least.
No. So, he's a contact that we can get in touch, and maybe we can bounce off that Camarilla. And the only reason I say that we can align a little bit with the Camarilla is just with Mark. Because Mark is now, if we can
We
grant
will align with the Camarilla for the simple reason we have no allies except for Laura. Because Mark and Carlos, the Bruja, they're all in it together. Sebastian was in it together. Mikhail is in it together. There are no allies but the Camarilla. Unless you know of some obscure Baron of Zabar or somewhere that can help us. Potentially. Zabar came out of nowhere. Because I know you're from Zabar, sorry.
random location out of it.
Exactly.
He says, I never disagree with the idea. Do not work with them.
Exactly.
Only to at least not cause a war in Malta.
Definitely. So
There
we
is
have
a
common ground.
slight complication.
Let me guess, something to do with you.
Funny.
It's a complication.
Let's just say that the prince was a little miffed about the fact that I refused to join the Camarilla.
Oh, he's always
But
miffed.
we did not join the Camarilla. We did not.
I'm not saying that you did. I'm saying that if the prince finds out that I'm involved, he will likely be very, very pissed off.
That is
We're
understandable.
all angry Anarchs.
That
We
is
have never had the chance to speak to the prince in this current situation. So, with this new information, we can formulate a plan and save face. So what do we know so far? We have Mikhail, we have Alistair / Sebastian, we have Carlos, and we have Sheriff Madonna, what's his name? Mark. We have 4 of them. 3 of them are out, 1 of them is down for the time being. We know where 2 of them are, we don't know where Mikhail is. With me so far?
Yes.
trying to.
Yes. We can contact Norman. But we need to give him something. So first things first, and for my better well-being and for your well-being as well, I need to make sure that my funds are secure. We don't need to sully our hands with funds which are tainted and, with long lines, as it were. Because, let's face it, to do what we need to do, we need funds. And you, I remember, Athena, you had some funds as well, so maybe we can pull together considerable. I'm not gonna be specific, am I? Gentleman's agreement, like. We say considerable. That's sufficient for your description.
Yes, Frank. I do have
Indeed.
considerable funds, and I didn't have to give half of mine to the Baron.
Well, no, but I wasn't staked by the Baron, was I? All right.
Cheap shot.
So.
Alright, calm down. Let me just go through this. And
We're very calm, man. This is just average Monday morning for us. So.
Are we contacting Laura or not?
We will. I'm just trying to go through
We
this.
need to have information. We also have a sample of the. We do have a sample, actually. So much for not trusting me, but
What sample are you on?
You know the sample. The crystal injection sample thingy. But we don't know the science. Maybe we have some Malkavian friends who can show us.
Frank has one.
Alright, he got the ejector. He got one of the ejectors.
Yeah.
Right.
Which ironically Mark gave to me. I don't know why. Maybe he wanted me to inject someone. Submerge directive or something.
So
I'm going to the Blackberry, Don. Is there anything on
So on the Blackberry, yeah, you do find that there's several contacts. Names that don't make any sense to you.
Alright.
Most of them are with surnames that clearly are not local. None of the Maltese surnames pop up. And you find several photos of you guys during your time investigating different areas. He seems like he's had his eyes on you from the very beginning, on the lot of you. The only one that seems to be out of the picture most of the time is Athena. Until he actually has a message from the Baron, it would seem. Because you recognize the number, it's not saved. Saying, if you want your prize, you have to face me. Almost taking, as if saying it's in the line of, I'm taking matters in my own hands.
Alright.
You do find inside his inbox the email that he sent Frank for his help. But nothing really specific that concerns you too much.
Yeah. Nothing else, no relation to any other information that could be connected to something like. So it's just the Baron, really, that is the picture he's taken us. That the Baron contacted him to basically give over Athena, or is
well, more like he's challenging him
he's going
to come get her yourself, but he has to face the Baron. Baron thinking that he's going to be able to.
So, yeah. Nothing new here. Pictures. Looks like he was keeping an eye on us ever since the start, ever since that first case we had, Frank, with Paul.
Well, it did involve Victoria, though, that one, so...
Anyway. Then the Baron messaged them.
Baron?
Yeah, apparently he said, at least along the lines, that if you want to claim your prize, you has to go through him. So, he probably messaged them. The Baron seemed like to be protecting you.
I'd be flattered if you didn't stake me.
Unfortunate.
I'm just gonna cut quickly to Mumbles and Tatiana, who find their prey in a lone dark alleyway in St. Julian's, very close by to the Potterville area. And just as you had your fun and fill, all of a sudden you hear gunshots. There they are!
Somewhere.
Looking around. Wait, is it something close to ours? So something.
They are relatively close by. I would say perhaps give or take around 60, 70 feet away from you. As you see a number of individuals, you can count roughly ahead of 5 or 7 of them, running in your direction, guns pointing out towards you.
We can find them out in the open. Let's go. And she will forcefully grab her hand and
No. This is time. Wait. It's time for me to show you what I can do now. Turn into a bat.
Okay. That's
I'll check for it.
Yes. Yeah. All right, you succeeded.
So on the run.
Also, how much
you
hunger
can
do
feel
we
like me
slake?
turning into small fruit bat and around you. So come on, if you're gonna run, I'm just gonna run with you, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, fly.
Mumbles will take off running as fast as she can.
As Tatiana, you're trying to flatter away, from below you hear another gunshot. As you're making your way, all of a sudden, out of the night sky, this net just clumbers onto you and takes you down with its weight.
A net.
And lands just about 10 feet away from Mumbles as you're tangled. As you're tangled in the net. Mumbles, you see this. And you notice another 3 individuals block your exit points from the other side. The 5 or 7 of them getting actually much closer. You bitch! You stop right there, we got you now!
So, like, and how many of them are here?
So, if you had to do a head count in total, I'd say you're looking at around between 10 or 12 in total. So, divided by either side of the alley. The 3 that shot you down actually are closer, as they block your exit point from that way.
The Mumbles is like thinking about, because the issue is like she can try and kill them, but they're like out in the open. It would be like a massive masquerade breach, right? And if they wanted to kill them, like they wouldn't have gotten out the net. So, Mumbles is going to kind of like, she's like very tense, like ready to start moving, but she calls out, "What do you want?"
You creatures of darkness, you come with us and face your final death.
Why?
Cleanse you from this earth.
He kind of looks back to Bet, Tatiana.
I'm just listening. I'm still in bathroom. Can I try to, get free from the net, or it's
If you
not possible?
from what you can see, if you do transform back to your normal self, you can get out of it because it's only small enough to capture small animals.
She will just look back to Tatiana and says, "I tried." And Mumbles is going to once again get the claws out. Do a rouse
The
check.
minute they see that, they take a shot at you.
That makes sense.
They're not fucking around.
Right. So you failed
All right.
your rouse check there. So clearly you're not having any of it. At least the beaten side is not having any of it. Okay.
Are they doing something with the net and with the bed, or it's just
No,
laying
it's-
there?
You're just laying on the ground. It's just, even as you try to flutter away, it's the weights on it hold you down. You do take 1 superficial damage, Mumbles, from the shot.
Makes sense.
Right. So what would you like to do?
For them to do
So-
some actions, basically, because it's hard to just catch a bat. I can do something when they will try to do something with me. That's the plan.
Okay.
To break from them, to
You're
run
s-
away.
They've pretty much blocked both exits of the alley. You have 7 on one side, 3 on another. And you hear from above, you go like, I think I caught the bat one. As you look up, you see another 3 individuals, 2 on one side and 1 on the other.
So what we're gonna do with you, Mumbles?
What?
Hmm?
I didn't hear what you said.
What are you gonna
What
do?
we're gonna do?
Oh, well, she's going to, so how far away is she from one group of the people?
So I would
Like, what's the
say
distance?
you have around 15 feet either way.
Yeah, so hopefully, this feeding wasn't a total waste. She's gonna use Blink to, just, because her plan is to blink through them, but she will need to make physical contact, so that will require a Dex athletic roll to not have her stumble, basically,
Okay.
because their plan is based on them being surrounded. So if she is not surrounded, that's going to cause chaos. So that's the plan.
All right.
Okay, I have some idea as well what I want to do. I'm basically going to transform back to my humanoid form, and after this, I don't know what they're going to do, but I will try to attract some attention of rats in Malta. Somehow, how you say this? They have some diseases.
Well,
The
I would
bubonic
imagine.
plague.
I would imagine so. Yes,
Probably yes.
bitten by
Yeah.
one
So-
definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk to them to attract their attention. Just come to me, little rats. I have some food for you.
All right, so give me a manipulation and element kin, please, with the difficulty of 4.
Keen and manipulation.
All right, so unfortunately, the gunshots
Can I-
seem to have scattered the rats.
Can I try to reroll? How much can I reroll
You
now?
can
If I
definitely
will,
slash a willpower and reroll 3.
I'll try.
That's your second willpower for the evening.
Yeah, but it's kind of important to use it right now, right? It's kind of this situation. So
Do or die.
3 of them.
So 1 failed, and you have
1 success.
1 success. that I
Yeah,
can
so
see.
you just
So
beat
4.
4.
Yeah.
4.
You do notice that, as I was saying, the rats with the gunshot are scared and scatter away. However, it seems that you've attracted about 2 of them to actually come to your aid. And
Just 2.
unfortunately, yes.
Okay, well, at least these 2 I will ask to attack a bit of my enemies because,
Well, your friends
these
here,
people
help.
yeah, at least they will attract some attention.
Okay. So they're going to rush at the bigger group, seeing that there's more of them, and they're gonna bite at their legs. Mumbles, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, so her plan was to blink through them, and it's up to you whether you want to make me, if you want to, for me to roll a dexterity athletics roll to, basically be stopped.
Yes,
She's
please.
trying to break through, yeah.
Difficulty of 5.
Oh, damn. Ah!
As
That's
you,
the best you fail.
As you try to blink yourself through them, you actually go and you feel this around you, and you notice that you're covered in their blood as 3 of them kind of just dismember as you go through them. The smell is beautiful. The beast is enjoying himself tonight inside of you. The others panic immediately. They turn around, take a couple of rounds, and
While they are distracted by Miles and by rats apparently too,
Jesus.
I will try to sneak away. And if there would be no people with net around so that I can see, maybe there was just 1 net, maybe there are more. If there are no nets around, I'm still gonna try. Shit.
It's okay, hold on. I was still going through the description anyway. So they take fire, 2 of which hit you, and the other 3 hit other members that take them down. So it's chaotic on your side.
Yes, that was the plan.
So we have a total of 5 down and 2 standing at the moment on your area, Mumbles. So
And she will, I imagine, if you remember, if you guys have seen The Boys at all, that first scene
Oh god, yes.
Oh yeah,
where that superhero just kind of goes through.
yeah.
Lots of them.
So she is
yeah.
totally covered. And with the bestial fill, I feel like she's probably leaning into that. She's nearing maybe that point of frenzy.
Yeah.
She did that little laugh and looks to the other 2, I think, that are standing near me. And she says, "It is not me Who is going to be judged and cleansed today, my friend? Not me. Not today.
The bitch is crazy. Run! He says to the other. Run, fools!
She's going to try and grab them, like basically sink her feral weapons like into their shoulders and kind of try and like prevent them from gaining any momentum.
Sure.
Doing a little bit of damage as well.
So dexterity and brawl. Just-
Strength, because she's using the feral
strength,
weapons.
Sorry, yes, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Every
it's okay.
time.
It's okay. What's
Difficulty of 2.
difficulty?
Completely have the sword there. Alright.
All right, 4 successes.
You just slash into both of them.
You are not going anywhere.
They both just. You hear a scream from down the road. 2 females see this, and one of them grabs the phone and clearly is dialing for official help, police, as they also start running in their high heels away from the scene.
So, she is going to try and finish off these 2 that she's got grappled. Either just like knock them together so they're knocked out, or kill them, whatever she thinks is quicker. So I think she's like, if you like how that sounds, like when she grabs them with her talons, she kind of like pushes them down, so like they try and run but like get dragged back.
Yeah. So
And-
they're knocked prone from your initial attack, just
Right. So this might be a little bit tricky, but like on one hand she's got the other, and one that she's gonna try and just like tear their throats open with her claws.
yeah. That I can allow, not a problem. What we'll do is we'll be right back. Let's get Tatiana back into the action, okay? So let's go for a minor break until Tatiana comes back.
Alright.
civilians.
Alright, so we're back. Tiny technical difficulty there, but we managed to fix something. There we go. Alright, so Mumbles completely takes her bestial failure and makes use of it. Tatiana had
Yes, I
her rats also aids that situation, and at the moment you have Threo on the other side completely freaking out and about to boot it out of there. Which brings us back to Tatiana. Tatiana, what are you gonna do?
Okay, I will try to, get rid of these two. Not that ruthlessly as Mumbles, but still. In my normal form, but with a feral weapon, which I
Alright.
need to activate.
Yep.
A second.
So you transform back into your normal self, take out...
Yeah, as it was before. So,
Yep.
and now I will try to attack one of them.
So you're gonna make a dexterity and athletics to chase up to them.
Dexterity and athletics. Okay.
Yep. Difficulty of 3, please.
Okay.
Alright, nice. 3 out of 3. Very good. So you catch up to them and you do what exactly? You slash them down?
Yeah, the one that was the close to me. I will try to grab him with my feral weapon.
Okay.
Like when I'm grabbing him, my talons, no fingernails, yes, talons, they are quite sharp, and I don't know, I want to throw him to these two, which are still running, so
Nice.
they will fall because of his weight.
In that
that's the
case,
idea.
strength and brawl it.
Okay,
Human
brawl
bowling.
and strength.
Difficulty of 4.
Okay.
Nice. 5.
Okay.
So you speed up, grab one of them, and you just throw him at the others, completely knocking them prone, all 3 of them, to the ground. It so hit the hard that basically, clearly the guy broke something, and the other 2 are just there like, ugh!
Okay, so let's finish one of them. The one who I was trying to,
Okay.
throw.
Are you gonna coup de grace?
Yeah, we'll grab him and attack him.
Alright, so he's knocked prone, so you just walk up to him, you grab him, and kill him there and then?
Yeah, we'll attack him with my fingernails right into his throat, in the
Alright.
very center of it.
Your blades go right through the thick layer in his neck as he gargles blood out. From the edge of the road, there's a couple of people that hear the commotion and look back and are taking pictures and
Oh,
one of
fuck.
them taking live streaming it. So you have a situation on your hands there.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm streaming then. So, I'm interested,
from
Mumbles.
the edge of
Would
the
you-
area you hear lost Jaddy.
Just
So,
that.
Mumbles, what do you think? Should we get rid of these as well? I mean, the weaknesses, we shouldn't let them, or what do you think?
When you look back, Mumbles is not there. Because she went after the 2 civilians. Well, not on her. Because basically the plan is like she's going after the civilians because she wants to try and herd them back into the alley in the alley, but as she's going after them, she gets her phone and calls Miles.
Hold on. He put the BlackBerry down, he just goes, hold on. Yeah?
All hands on deck, we've got a massive masquerade breach, you all need to come here down now. And she hangs up.
Masquerade breach, downstairs, let's go.
Oh shit, what now?
So her
You go.
plan, as she's running after them, she wants to blink in front of these two civilians and like herd them back into the alley. So
As you blink straight in front of them with speed, they scream. Notice that at this point you are in kind of the hub of Pocheville, so people with their drinks out there, like looking out, have cigarettes, like what the hell is going on? As they scream and they try to run in their heels back from where they came.
How many of people are there right now in Portugal?
Quite a
a
few.
lot.
Trivial.
It's possible, baby. It's like 20 at least.
Tatiana, what are you doing in your
At least in
situation?
your area.
These two, which are still alive, they are prone, shocked, or what are they?
They're prone.
So, do I see which kind of weapons do they have?
Well, they both held guns, so
So I'm not gonna finish them, but I'm gonna pick up their weapons with myself.
you hear the group at the end of the street. Shh! Shit! She's got a gun! Run! 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 And everyone starts to disperse from the end of the road. Stop filming. Stop taking photos of the situation, as they panic when they see that you've actually reached for their guns.
Okay. So I didn't see Mumbles. Where did she run, right?
No.
But she will be back shortly because if she was successful in them making them run back to where they came from, she'll probably at some point come back into view again. But after she sees a pair of ladies like
You
running
do
towards her.
notice three blue uniformed individuals starting to rush down the street.
Is it police?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
This is on Mumbles, though.
Yeah.
You're so fucked.
So she's trying to
okay.
run back into the alley as fast as she can, like herding them back in, because at least to try and contain some of it, but it seems like that's not happening. So
Right. They're running in heels, so they don't really run that fast. So you
I
could
have an
run
idea.
pretty faster, Mumbles.
yeah.
I have an idea what I'll try to do. I want to transform to my wolf form, so if there would be such a mass with killing, maybe people will think there was actually a big dog, not as some kind of mystical creature or whatever.
All right.
Maybe it's
sure.
stupid, but I will turn into wolf and I
Rouse
will
check.
continue to attack these two. So when a wolf in Malta attacks some people, it's strange, but if it is a vampire, I think it's way too fucking strange, even more than this. Yeah, rouse check a second.
That
Good.
succeeded. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you transform
And-
into a wolf.
Yes, my old form, and now I'm gonna attack these two again, because, it's just a crazy big dog.
Okay. So you're gonna have at them and tear them to pieces. What's the idea? I want you to.
I will pretend actually to attack maybe as wolves do. I'm not sure how exactly.
All right. So you're grinding at the leg and just kind of and like.
Yes,
at them.
exactly like this, yeah.
All right. Cool. Mumbles, your situation is still slow with these girls. They're
Right.
But you
Like
have
she just
police.
gives it up because she remembers there's also people on the roof still. So she's like, oh, fuck's it. And she will try and locate the closest fire escape and try and climb up as fast as she can. Maybe
Now
using
there's
blink.
no fire escapes that have the outside lettering, if that's what you mean. But you definitely can find a back end to one of the club fire exits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done is on
So
vindictive mode.
yeah, so she's gonna try and get up that ladder as fast as possible, either using blink if I need to roll for that again, or just like climbing as fast as she can.
So no, as I said, there isn't these type of fire exits in Malta.
Ah, yeah.
So
Right,
it's
sorry.
just a back end door that has a fire exit that leads you into one of the clubs, perhaps. That's what I'm referring to.
Right. Yep, she's just gonna have to chance it. Like she wants Like,
Right. So you burst open into one of these. You do find yourself at the back kitchen of some bar. You find the dishwasher. There's like, yes, can I help you?
she ignores it. She's also covered in blood, so that's probably not their first response. She just wants to go up. She wants to find the nearest staircase up. Like, she doesn't care how. Like, she just ignores the person.
All right,
Just
so you're gonna
tries
start
to find her way
rushing
up.
around to go to. In the meantime, Tatiana, you are just groaning at this individual. You do see 5 police coming around, and they immediately go for their taser guns, and they're looking very confused at each other. It's just like, and they're trying to shoo you. It's like, hey, shoo, get away from here, hey.
Okay, I'm pretending as I'm a dog, so when they're doing it, I'm trying to, growl like
Oh,
at them, but also I get back.
okay.
I'm getting back from the bodies, so it's like I'm showing them that I'm no longer attacking these bodies, and I'm
Okay.
going away,
Okay.
and looking what they're gonna do.
One of them leans to their walkie-talkie and he orders for canine backup. In the meantime, Miles, Frank, and Athena, you head down and there's a whole commotion down in Portugal. Everyone's like, did you see that? Like, there was the chase and all that, and everyone's mumbling, and others are just carrying on their night and laughing, smoking, drinking. And you do see the young girls seem a bit panicky between them as a police officer. 2 of them are trying to take down the details of the incident.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna look at Frank. Mass.
Oh, you look at... oh, for
We're gonna do a mass. All right, mass forgetful mind. Let's bring up the fucking.
We... No, I...
All right, we're gonna do this the old fashioned. Hey, what happened here? What's going on here?
Crazy lady. She was chased. She killed people, and then she wanted to attack us. The policeman immediately is like, "Listen, mate, you have nothing to do with this. Keep walking."
No worries. You can forget. You can forget this ever happened. Forgetful mind him. And you can also.
Wait. Miles.
So many rouse
Un
checks.
moment, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, it's forgetful mind is free. It is free. It's like
Cloud memory is
It's
free.
free. Yes, it is forgetful mind.
Memory is free.
That's
Wait,
very
no.
useful.
Cloud memory is free.
Yes.
Just to be...
And it's the last 5 minutes too. It's very convenient.
Yeah. I'm gonna basically cloud their memory. Try to cloud like at least a small group of these people for now. Like.
Okay. There's no checks that we need to do because they're mortals, right?
They're mortals. Yep.
All right. So they're all looking rather confused. Like, the guy looks down at his notepad. It's like, you were attacked. The girls are like, no. Okay. Tears
Must have
the
been the wind.
page. Tears the page,
I'll,
crumbles it, and finds the nearest bin and just tosses it in.
At least he finds a bin.
No, he just throws it aside like they're trash. No.
Over his shoulder.
Wait. So how many do we cloud memory for? Specifics.
Four for now. Like that's what.
So
Yeah.
I guess there's like the 2 girls and the 2 cops.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's as far as.
But
there's other
many people have seen the bodies.
Well, those 2 girls for sure.
Those 2 girls for sure, but who else? Like I said,
The people on the other side have seen Tatiana fighting, but not necessarily the bodies inside the alley. But like, if you will approach the alley, there will be.
Yeah, we're going.
A mess.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what Athena's gonna do. She's gonna let Frank and Miles do their thing, and she's gonna go towards the alley. She can probably smell the blood, and she's just going to try and find Mumbles and Tatiana, because they are her main concern.
So at the end of the alley, Athena, you do see a wolf form just growling and backing up.
Can I say also that I will try to make an image that I'm a scared animal. So it's like, starting doing these noises and trying to run away like a scared animal can do.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm looking at
Um,
cops. If they're not persuade me, if they're not running after me, I will try to,
So
I'm a
if
scared animal. I want to run away.
Okay.
so if I look through the alley, do I see the police?
No.
Okay.
You just see Tatiana's wolf-shaped dog just whimper and then just dodge to the other side. So
Okay.
out of your
I
view.
I was gonna whistle, pretend that the dog was mine, so I can just grab it and go.
Good idea.
Here, Fluffy, come on!
dog. Oh my
I
god.
can do that.
And
Yeah.
we're just going to quickly cut scene to Mumbas, who is currently going up what seems to be into the residential area of this particular building, because Portugal has the main, which is the bar, the pub, whatever it is, and then it goes into residential. So these kind of small flats, and in the darkness you hear, "Over here, Mumbles," as you look and you see the Nosferatu Norman kind of telling you to walk into the flat with the door open. And we shall end our session here.
No.
Come on.
All right. He. I know why. Poor Don can't continue this, unfortunately, with tomorrow.
Thank you very much for being here tonight. And I hope to see you very soon in the next session.
Nice.